Alright guys, we got another vampire movie we're going to be talking about. We are finally going to be talking about Bitten. This is probably one of my, again, it's more of a comedy than a horror movie. So you have Jason Mewes, who is probably one of my favorite comedians of, the early 2000s, late 90s, Jay and Silent Bob, Mallrats, etc., Dogma. Very, very crazy, intense, funny actor. He plays as a paramedic who is going through a bad breakup. He works, the graveyard shift, and he goes through his neighborhood. He lives in a bad neighborhood, and he has to deal with druggies and all that kind of stuff. And then on his way home one night, he comes across a girl who is in trouble, and he basically tells her, "Okay, you can come up with me where it's safe, or you gotta deal with these guys," which was basically drug addicts. And then what's crazy is that you see where what I find funny is he goes through this entire thing of trying to help her and trying to get her on the right track. But what's crazy is that he slowly starts falling for her, and she starts falling for him, and she gets better, but she doesn't realize what's happening to her, and they think that, again, she's just a druggie, that she's coming off of a high, but unfortunately she was bitten by a vampire, no one knows. And he's dealing with his ex. She comes in, and then she gets bitten by her. They try to clean up the mess and hide it, and then she turns, and then more people, he starts bringing her more and more and more people, and she starts killing them or turning them or whatever, because again, she's fresh. She's a fresh new vampire, so she doesn't know what she's doing, and she doesn't know about who attacked her, and she has fallen for him so hard that she doesn't want to harm him, and that he is like, okay, I can't keep doing this. So he's like trying to figure out ways of what to do. And what really breaks it is that he tries to get help from his friend and partner that he works with at the hospital, who is a paramedic like him. But at the same time, it's where she attacks his friend, and that's what pretty much breaks it off. And then he tries to stop her, but he can't stop her. So I don't know how it would go, but overall, I think it was a very interesting film, and I think that it was funny. It was a lot of funny moments in this film. And if you're a fan of Jason Mewes, if you're a fan of horror thriller dramas, then definitely give it a shot, because it has a lot of comedy in here. Some of it really does, some of it falls, some of it doesn't, but I think it depends on your preference of comedy, and if you have a dark sense of humor, and if you're a fan of Jason Mewes, and if you're a fan of anything he's done and what he comes across and does, I think you will enjoy it. I really do. I think that anyone that is a fan of comedies, especially when it kind of deals with this, because there's a scene where his ex keeps coming back, and he's like, "Man, you women never give up," things like that. So it's funny because it's that not really early 2000s, but I think like mid 2000s is when this movie came out. But overall, I think that this movie is something that you can just lay back, chill, watch, have a good time, laugh, and you can catch it on Tubi right now and enjoy it, hopefully. So if you guys are never come across this film, definitely give it a shot, and you may enjoy it or you may not. Either way, it's perfectly fine if you're not a fan of something like this, because again, there are movies that work and there's movies that don't work. So overall, what do you guys think about this film? If you ever heard of it, let me know. If you haven't, go check it out and let me know what you think. But either way, hope you guys are enjoying your day and you enjoyed the review, and I will see you as always on the next one.